And summarized. Hello everyone, welcome to Shubham CISCO Tech Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss how to set password on router or switches. Okay, so this is our router. Let me take the console. So guys, see, we are on router number first. Okay, I am writing show running configuration. So if I am writing show running configuration, are you guys able to see any password is there? No, there is no password configured here on running configuration. So if I am writing here conf t, see, I am easily able to move from privilege mode to global configuration mode. Router is not asking me any credential. Okay. Now our task is to set the password here. Fine. Guys, there are two ways by which we can set the password. Fine. First one, simply set the password for all the user. Again, I am telling, simply set the password for all the user. It means whoever log in this switch, they can use the same password. Either me, either you. Fine. Anyone can log in on this switch. They can use the same password. That is called login. Fine. Now, second condition is called login local. In login local, we need to set, or you can say, we need to create the credential. Credential means the username and password. Fine. For example, there are two person who wants to log in on the switch. So I will create two admin credential. For example, I will create one user Shubham and I will create one user Mohan. Fine. So for Shubham, I will set the different password, and for Mohan, I will set the different password. Fine. So in this case, I create total two credential, and that is the condition is called login local. Fine. Okay. Let's start with the login. So right now I am on the router number one. The first command we need to write, that is line console 0. Again, I'm telling what command? Line console 0. Now, again, you have question, sir, what do you mean by line console 0? Guys, line console 0 is made up of two words. First one is line console. What do you mean by line console? Line console is the physical port on router or a switch that allows you to connect directly with a console cable and access the command line interface. I can show you. See, are you guys able to see this switch? In this switch, see, this is the port. That port is called the console port. Fine. So what we need to do? We need to just insert the console cable here, one part here and another part in your laptop or in your computer. Okay. And by this way, you can take the console of that switch. Fine. Now what we want whoever want to access and whoever want to take the console of that switch, the switch must ask credential. So that's the reason we want to set the password here. Fine. So line console 0 means that is the console port. Now next one is 0. 0 specifies that basically you are configuring the first console line. First console line. Getting my point? There's basically in maximum switches, you will see only one console line. So that's the reason it is labeled as a 0. Fine. So line console 0. After writing line console 0, you need to write the password. So command is password, then put the password. For example, I write the password Cisco. Fine. After writing the password, again you have to write one command that is called login. Now again you have a question, sir, why you are writing the login? Guys, by adding login, basically you are telling the router, make sure to ask for the password before allowing any access. Fine. Again, I am telling, you are telling to the router, make sure to ask for a password before allowing any access. Fine. Without this command, router won't require the password. Getting my point? You just set, for example, any password you set. For example, you set the password Cisco, and if you do not write the login, if you do not write the login configuration or login command, device will not ask for the password. So that is very important. Fine, to implement your password. Fine. See, I write the password. Clear? So total, how many commands I configure? Total, I configure 3 commands. Line console 0, password, and then login. Fine. Exit, exit, and exit. Fine. Now see, it is asking me the password. If I want to take the console of router number 1, I need to write the password, which I set. I set the password Cisco. So I am write Cisco here. See, now I am able to log into the router. Fine. That is the first condition. Fine. Now come to the router number 2. Fine. So we are on router number 2. So running configuration. See, is there any password configured? Answer is no, there is no password configured. I am easily able to move from privilege mode to global configuration mode also without asking any password. Fine. Now, here what is my task? Here my task is I need to create 2 user. I need to create total 2 local user. Fine. So what is the command? Username. First of all, I want to create the username Shubham. Fine. After that, you need to set the privilege. What? You need to set the privilege. Fine. Here I am setting the privilege, for example, 15. Fine. So basically, privilege 15 is the highest level and give you the administrative access of the device when you access this device. Fine. So privilege is 15 and then mentioning the password Cisco. So I create one username, that is Shubham, privilege is 15 and password is Cisco. Fine. Now second user I am creating username Mohan. Again, privilege is 15 and password is, for example, Radha. I create total 2 user Shubham and Mohan and I set the password Cisco and Radha. Fine. After that, again, you have to follow same command, line console 0. And I hope now you guys are able to understand what is the meaning of line console 0. Fine. Now, after that, you need to write login local. What is login local? Guys, on R1, we write the command only login, right? But on R2, we are writing login local. Why we are writing local? So instead of just asking for a single password, login, now I am writing login local. So login local means you are telling to the router, in this case, you have to ask for username and password. I mean the credential which is stored in router number 2 local database. Fine. So I'm writing login local. Fine. Exit, exit, and exit. Fine. Now see, now it is asking for username. For example, Shubham. Username is Shubham and password is, guys, Cisco. See, when I write the username Shubham and password is Cisco, I am able to log in. There is no problem. Exit. Again, exit. Again, it is asking the username and password. I am writing in this case Mohan and password is Radha. See, I am able to log in on router number 2. Fine. So guys, there are 2 ways by which you can set the password on the router. First condition is called login and second condition is called login local. Fine. How can you verify? Show running configuration. Even when you write the command show running configuration, there also you guys are able to see. See, username is Shubham, 15, privilege is 15 and password is 0 and password is 0. Getting my point? So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.